All right, so in this video, we're going to get into how you can fill your bays with the best customers today. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video because I want to show off our program to you so you understand how it works and the power of it. But I also want to get into the philosophical reasons as to why people buy and how you can get them to buy. So this is much more than just a product showcase, but a training on marketing for you. So with that being said, I'm going to get into this now and share my screen with you. Excuse me. So this type of campaign is great if you're really slow and you need to get customers in the door, or maybe you are busy, but you got a couple more spots to fill this week and you just want to get the business in. This is great in achieving either one of those objectives. Okay, so I'm going to go into the program here. This is basically like a newsletter type campaign. The difference is we're not going to treat it like a newsletter, and we're going to filter it to your best customers. All right, so let's first look at the filtering. We want this to go to our best customers. And so we can use our filters here, and there's a whole bunch of pre-made filters for you. But we're going to create a custom one. I'm just going to go click Add New Filter. And this shows you all the filtering capability of our program. Again, this is really huge for you, right? We've got some shops who have certain campaigns that they want to go to certain fleet accounts or companies that they service for. So we can actually create a campaign and make sure it goes just to that company, specific to them. Or maybe you want us to go to everyone, but you want to exclude a certain company. So either or. You can do the same thing by customer name if you wanted. So again, just some great powerful filters here. Here are some more customer filters that are very important. That again, you can filter your campaigns for. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to go through the ones relevant for this campaign. So number of visits. I want this to go to repeat customers only. So a minimum of 2 service visits, and I'm just going to do a maximum of $9.99. Then I want to go to customers, but I want to maybe avoid my fleet. So maybe I might say I only want customers with 3 vehicles or less to get this campaign, making sure the fleets don't get that. And now I want to make sure these are active customers, right? So active, but not too active, right? If they've just been in the last 2 months, I want to avoid them. So anyone 3 months who's been away from the shop 3 months or up to 24 months, I want them in the campaign, but not past that. I might trim this down to 12 months or 18 months because, again, I want them to be very active customers. I want the customers I know that are active and are going to come in. There's a couple more filters here to do with revenue. The one that I want to use for this is average repair order. So I might just say, well, I don't know what your shop is at. So let's just say we go 500 and up to 100,000 just for a high-end top number. But the idea is that only customers who have an average repair order of 500 or more are going to get this campaign. These are your better spenders. And they've got 2 service visits. That means, you've guessed it, both of their invoices had to have been over 500 to make that average repair order, right? So that's a great way to filter this through. You can increase or lower this to your liking. Once you create a filter, you're going to give it a name. I'm just going to call this a test filter. Once that is filtering, it's going to gear in here and it's going to find me customers that match that criteria. All right, so that's finished loaded. You can see right here that it is applying the test filter that I created. And again, these are the numbers of people it's going to include in the campaign. This is a test database, so it didn't bring anyone up with those filters, but you will see numbers of the amount of people that will be in the campaign. And I'm not going to get into the details of what the different colors mean. We can do that on another video. So in general, when I'm working with shops, my goal is to get around 100 to 150 people in this list. A small segment, so that again, we're not looking to flood the shop with business. So we want to be very careful of that. We just want to fill the spots that you have empty. So depending on that, you may want less. You may want 100. You may want 75 customers to get this. And then when you get your response in, you can fill up your base. So once you're happy with that, we're going to continue down here, and we're going to look at the template editor a little bit very quickly, because that's what changes this image here. So you can go ahead and browse for any image you may want just by clicking on it, or you can also upload an image from your computer if you want. Whatever you feel is going to work. I personally am a big fan of making your marketing match your ideal customers, right? So you should have a really good idea what age, what sex, what income level, what hobbies, what kind of vehicles your customers drive, and the images you use for things should represent that. They should see themselves doing business with you through your content and through your graphics that you use. So that's just something to think about when you're picking an image. I'm going to get into the offer next, because this is also very important. If you're trying to get people to act fast, you need a compelling offer to draw them in. Now, I know general reminders, general things we don't want to put offers out because we want people to get used to our prices. But in this position that you're in, you're trying to get people in to fill up those bays. You're going to have to put something on the stake, build some sort of offer for that. And I'm going to explain this offer or other offers that you can use. So, buy one, get one free oil change. And you can, and usually I put a maximum amount there, say $60 that is worth. And the logic about this is pretty simple when you think about it. At first, it's kind of like, ooh, that's a big give. But think about this. Customers who grab this are your better customers, right? We filtered through them. I showed you these are your better customers. These are the ones who spend good money when they come in. So it's all right to throw some steak on the table for them to grab because you know you're going to make up for it. Secondly, this discount, this free oil change, in essence, is broken up over 2 invoices. You've gotten them in twice for the savings. So that kind of breaks up the discount or whatever you're getting, right? So that's important to think of as well. Thirdly, it's not costing you the $60 that your oil change is that you charge, right? It's only costing you what it costs to do the oil change. So whatever that equates to. So with all those things in consideration, that does make this a lot easier of a pill to swallow for you. Understand that. Okay. So another offer that could be done is free windshield wipers with an oil change, right? Again, that only works in certain areas. It may not work in your area if you don't see a lot of rain, but most of us know when our wipers are working well or not. And wipers are pretty cheap, right? Most people can get their wipers for $15 a set, and you know your retail value is about $50 to $60 with install, right? So the cost for you is low, but the value is high for the customer. We want the customer to see the maximum value of that. So when they see that they can get a set of windshield wipers installed, and the value is very close to getting an oil change, well, to them, that's like, wow, that's a huge savings. That's worth jumping for. The next part of that you'll see right here is the urgency. And it says, for the next 20 customers who book now. When it comes to putting an offer out there, trying to get people to jump, to get in, fill those bays soon, you need a sense of urgency. You can't say this is good for 30 more days. This is good for 2 more weeks. That basically gives an open invitation to say, don't worry about this now. You've got a week to think about it. To now, I need to make an action. If I want this deal, I need to jump on it, or I may miss the boat. Right? So that's really important. And I always joke around and I say, look, if 20 people jump on this, if over 20 people jump on this, are you going to tell the last people, oh, sorry, you didn't make it? Or are you going to say, oh, yeah, you know what? We got such a good response. We can schedule a week down the road or 2 weeks down the road, and we'll still give you that offer, right? If people have been reacting to it, jump on it. Get them in the door, right? So, but again, that is why we typically narrow this down to about 100, 150 people, because when they're your best customers who spend good money, who believe in maintaining their vehicles, and you give them this offer, they're going to jump. So this is a great way to fill those bays. So as you can see, we've been looking at the email here and what this looks like. So you can send this as an email, which is great. And you can tell them, hey, just call in and reserve. We want that phone to ring. Get them to do that. But the campaign can also be sent as a text message, in which that call to action is usually reply to book right away. So that's an important distinction. Time and time again, I send this for shops, and they get reactions within minutes. We hit the send button, it goes out, and within minutes, their text messages are ringing, and they got people calling to book appointments. So that's our video on how to get the bays filled. Okay. Again, any system can send out these type of offers, send out these kind of messages, right? The powerful part of what we do for you is that capability of really filtering down and getting this stuff to the right customers. So no matter what kind of offer you're setting to get business in the door, we can find the right customers to deliver it to, so you're going to get the high response rate that you want. With that, we'll catch you on the next video.